Okay, now we're up and running. Holy cow! That took a little while there, but we got it up and going. Sometimes, being the chief cook and bottle washer, it takes a little bit of time to get things to move in here, including studio. What do we call this? Maintenance, I guess. Yeah, it was about a bazillion degrees in here, and then after checking everything, I realized that apparently months ago hang tight. I had closed the air vent in the studio. So that's why the rest of the place cold as ice, and I was hot as hell in here. So made it, got it taken care of. Everything is good and in the hood. Let's start with wishing everybody a happy Earth Day, and we can talk about Earth Day a little bit tomorrow on the Go Show as well. But which we forgot to talk about today because squirrel. But it is Earth Day. So let's celebrate with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez as she flies around the country on a private jet for Earth Day. Congratulations, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, in your private jet. Bernie Sanders, feel the burn, traveling around the country on their private jet on Earth Day. Yes, and all the bag. Look at all these schlubs just bringing all of her bags. Bring the Queen's luggage, they say. Holy staffers out there bringing all the luggage. They're burnt. Built the burn. Gonna lecture you on climate change, the Green New Deal, and all that. Let's go around. It's still running, by the way. Let's go ahead and just run around the country on a private jet because we are cooler than you. Yeah, about as out of touch as it gets. Well, not as out of touch as it gets, because I'm still seeing a lot of blowback from this nonsensical quasi space flight that the ladies took, and how they're still patting each other on the back and talking about how they've united the world and inspired women of all ages that they can do anything as long as they have a rich wife like Oprah. Katy Perry is one of the two most insufferable members of this squad. Katy Perry and Gayle King. Remember how out of touch and influential Katy Perry is. I found this gem. Yep, totally not a cult. Nope. There's Katy Perry dressed as a vaccines syringe for COVID-19 vax. And it's funny to me that A, she has a career. B, it's funny to me that I even there's a local idiot on radio here in the Valley that says that anyone that votes for Trump is a cult. It's all a cult. Anyone who follows Trump, anyone who voted for Trump, you're in a cult. And then but apparently he's okay with this. Yeah, and apparently he got the shot too, and it made him completely balloon up. Anyway, I'll get over that. Getting over that. Closes us. Hard to take somebody serious that ran around squirting whipped cream out of their outfit while performing on stage, right? Yeah. That's like if Madonna comes out and says something like, okay, what's next? Gore is going to tell me who to vote for? Yeah. No. Nobody's like y'all up there peeing on each other, and I really don't want to vote for whoever the hell you're telling me to vote for. Dropping in to leave a comment. Stuck in a ceiling at the moment. Well, James, shall we send authorities, my man? Do we send? If you're stuck? I don't want to be. I don't want you to be. Don't want you to be hurt, buddy. We got you. Bring back Silmenstra. Oh boy, what is that? Okay, now you have me now. Is okay. I'll play your little game. What do you got? You hooked me. I'm totally in 100%. What's Silmentra? I might consider the opinion if it comes from Gore. Okay. I did see somebody asking if Pinky and the Brain are still planning on taking over the world. That at this point, okay, I'll hear him out. What ideas do you got? So you guys still planning on something? Let's spitball some ideas. She was in Gore. Well, Gore might have been. Never mind. See, that's how you don't get in trouble, right? It's still happening. You're getting paid to get stuck. That's fantastic. I like that. I'm on board with Pinky and the Brain taking over. Yeah, dude, But okay, so we say that. Now, I mean, I'll pivot to this. Is we say that, pinky and the brain taking over. We are in very good and capable hands with our current leadership. We just truly are. Pete Hegseth is under a little bit of hot water right now, but whatever. Remember the trade wars that were going to destroy our economy, and the stock market was going to tumble to nothing, and we're going to have another recession and all of that. The announcement has been made today from the White House that 18 countries so far of those that were tariffed, 18 countries have not come to the table. 18 countries have submitted in paper, in writing, for signature They're basically their consolation. They're just saying, I'm going to concede, and there we go. Okay, fine. You win. 18 so far. This week alone, the secretaries, the cabinet, and the economic advisors are meeting with 34 additional countries above that. India is now submitting an MOU, memorandum of understanding. Like, hey, listen, we're not gonna make a lot of changes now. We're good. We hear you, we feel you, which is leading to steps down the road for China. So, I mean, this is what it was for. This is what it was so hard to convince my liberal friends, my never Trumpers. This is why it was so hard to convince them. Because I had to say, don't worry, this is a tactic. This is what he's doing. He's good at this. This is what Donald Trump does. He threatens. Nobody's going to move. Okay, the threats don't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now do it. Here you go. And then wait. Got time? I'm going to go ahead and wait. And they all came to the table. They're all coming to the table. It worked. Yes. That's always a good idea. Always ask yourself what Archer would do. And that's the WWAD, WWAD bracelets are going to be out. What would Archer do? I probably have to, yeah. Didn't think you were going to make it. Oh, I made it, buddy. I got you, buddy. Anyway, so it's working. The stock market, the S&P, the Russell, everybody's up. Everybody's up right now. Stock market's just rallying back. I had a meeting with my financial advisor today, and I'm not trying to be like, I had a meeting with my financial. I did just, it was more of a scolding than anything else for me, from him to me. Probably spending a little too much money, spending more than I make. Financial planners don't like it when you spend more than you make. Anyway, and I was talking to him about the tariffs and all that in the stock market. And he just started laughing, shaking his head. He goes, you see what I've done with your money. And I don't have a ton of it. But he's like, you see what I'm doing. You say, we're fine. Everything's fine. He goes, I had people constantly in a panic over, oh my God, did you see how much money I lost? Yeah. The guy orchestrating a lot of it, Elon Musk, lost, I think, $30 billion in it. You didn't lose a lot. Elon didn't. He's not panicking. Mm-hmm. Can't spend money if you don't have money. So I like that. I like that. Can't spend money. I actually have to send out somebody sent me a Powerball ticket for my birthday. And it didn't win. So I sent them a message back. I'm like, you guys gave me a broken Powerball ticket. Did you get a receipt for this? Can I return this? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Didn't even have one number. Not one. Buying opportunity. So what we're doing is actually while I was meeting with my financial planner, we're putting some money behind this little boat here, and we're gonna kick in the engines here, and we're taking you with us, and we hope you guys can help along in that process too. Putting a lot of promotion. If you guys can share some things out and help us out, that would be rad. If we can come out with a team plan, that would be fantabulous. Yes. So. We'd like to do that. So, okay. So back to this program we got going on here. Earth Day we covered thanks to Bernie Sanders, Feel the Burn, and AOC traveling around, gallivanting around the country in private jets. $15,000 an hour, by the way. That's how much that costs. $15,000 per hour. Let's get to, what do we want to cover here? We got a new lawsuit, a class action lawsuit. We have this idiot in El Salvador, a Maryland man. In El Salvador, we have the new media. We have some Tesla stuff. So we can get in this. So today's the anniversary of the death of Pat Tillman. Oh, it's awful. Dude, let's talk about that. You're not gonna like it. I have my thoughts on the Pat Tillman Foundation because I've attempted to raise money for them in the past. Weren't interested. So I have my opinions on that. Pat Tillman, for all intents and purposes, is quite literally, an American hero. Like, what a story. I mean, what an inspiration. What a dude. What a good human being. What a good American. Not a lot of people talk about how he died because we killed him. Died of friendly fire. We killed him was probably a little harsh. But I'll tell you, Pat wouldn't have liked that at all. Pat was just a stud in every way. I have nothing but respect and admiration and thanks for that man. Raising money in his name and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have an issue with it. There's a lot of other ways, directions all of this could have gone. But statues for the man in front of the stadiums and all that, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, man. I mean, we should call it Tillman Field. Then we should call it at whatever they're calling it now, State Farm Stadium. Should be called Tillman Field. Should have his damn name on it. Man, what an amazing, amazing American. What an amazing patriot. Taken by an accident. And now it's an enterprise. Sucks. To me, it sucks. That's why I don't get into the whole, the whole grandstanding everybody with their, I was at the Tillman run and they got their pictures on social media and crap like that. They're not doing anything. They just paid their $50 to be in there. And so they could have their social media post and virtue signal. And it just got weird. Just got weird. I'm sure that Susan G. Komen was a fantastic organization at the very beginning. And then it became look at the NRA. NRA was an amazing organization. Got craptastic leadership and became sucky, and now it's back to being cool. Thank God. Literally, the NRA is the only thing standing between us and losing the Second Amendment. Full stop. Full stop. Mike, I'm not a member because of Wayne LaPierre. He's gone. Well, they did this, that, and the other thing. Okay, get over it. Get over it. Become a member of the NRA, like now. Period. Full stop. It's the only thing I will endorse that I won't tag them. You know, those people that get online and they say something and they tag the company saying about in hopes that they just get some table scraps from them. The NRA is literally the only organization between you and losing your Second Amendment right. You can't argue that. National Shooting Sports Foundation, they help out. Without the NRA, we don't have a Second Amendment. I guarantee you. Yeah. I guarantee it. And okay, some of us might be, I think the majority of us are, registered Republicans, or at one time were registered Republicans. We are conservatives. Do we like everything the Republican Party does? Hell no. Look at that last budget. Still a card-carrying member, though. You might not like some things that an organization does. That's fine. But their overall mission is what should be supported. Is what I was saying. So we're not because of any person, because yeah. No, I hear you on that. And a lot of people that, so it's expensive to be a part of it. I was lucky enough to get some deal on some lifetime membership back in the day. So I'm just a card carrying member, and I advertise for them as much as I possibly can, as much as I you're not going to see a bigger advocate for the mission of NRA, not for individual shenanigans. Yeah, it's okay. Just change the libertarian. Yeah, exactly. But you still hold Grizz, and I think all of us do. If you change the libertarian or change the independent or whatever it is, you still hold those conservative ideals that were once held by the Republican Party. That's the same thing that I'm talking about with the NRA. I have the same ideals as the NRA. I back 100 bazillion % the Second Amendment of the United States of America. I don't agree with a lot of the crap they do, but if I got to put, if I got to put $25 a year into a membership along with, 5 million other people, then we have a well-funded organization to continue to keep our Second Amendment rights where they belong. That's right. ASRPA? Huh? What's that, Michael? Let me know, buddy. Like when you can. I mean, I know. Oh, there's a delay. What the hell were we talking about that got us all the way over there? Where did we go? Like that conversation went so far some way, I don't know where we started. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on, I guess. There is good news, and I mean this sincerely. You all know that I did not back any of the shenanigans. Okay, so the Arizona State Rifle Pistols, fantastic, love it, I love it. So I hope that the Arizona State Rifle Pistol Association, that's a mouthful, I hope that they are protecting the Arizona State concealed carry, a constitutional carry, that kind of stuff. I hope they're doing that. I really hope they're doing that. I hope they're doing that. All right. Anyway, you guys know I was anti-Jan 6th, all that crap. I mean, for the most part, the optics were crappy, but for the most part, people that weren't feds were taking a tour of the Capitol grounds. Breaking windows, I'm against. But Rob and I at least, were just threatened on several levels because we weren't patriots, because we weren't supporting what was happening on January 6th. On January 6th, when we were on air while it was happening, we were saying, no, stop this. You need to stop this. One of the primary reasons was the Democrats are going to use this for years against the Republican Party and knock Donald Trump out of this, and we're kind of screwed. There were idiots that did it. 100%, Chris, yeah. Idiots. I wouldn't have done it. But to call this to call everybody there that wasn't a Fed going, let's storm the castle. Come on, let's get in the building. Come on, let's hang Mike Pence. That's all a set up bunch of crap. Anyway, hopefully, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, you guys listening to me, hopefully we'll learn all of this. But a lot of this is going to come to light. Why? Because what we did not know, what Rob and I were very correct in saying, is that the Democrats would do what they did. And they did, because they're so predictable. Democrats are so easy to predict. And I'm not talking about people that vote Democrat. I'm talking about people, the Democrat Party. We didn't know that they would hold prisoners without, talk about due process. Everybody's talking about this Garcia dude. No, due process. What about the damn Jan 6ers? They got their asses kicked. They're held in solitary confinement without due process. Well, how about now? How you like me now? Woo! $50 billion class action lawsuit against the Department of Justice, the FBI, the DNC, the KP, ASAP, everyone. Everyone. I can't be happier about this. One, because it brings evidence to light that Kash Patel and Pam Bondi seem to be holding on to. And I don't like that. But these people deserve a payout. Just like, you see those heartbreaking things that, like, maybe like a black man from the civil rights era that was a kid and he got caught looking at a white woman or something like that, and the white woman felt threatened and he went to jail for years and years. He finally gets released. You're like, that dude should get paid. That dude should straight up get paid. These people need to get paid. I just saw that. Grizz, I just saw that. The LGBTQ MS-13. I love that. This is going somewhere because you already have a representative from the White House, Steve Miller, coming out saying, hell yeah. Yeah. Sue the crap out of them. Sue them all. I hope they name all of the Jan 6 committee in this. Oh my Lord. This is fantastic. $50 billion. Get them. Get them. Because y'all were wronged. What you did. Whoa, hold on a second. Hold on. Let's flesh this out a little bit. Hold on a second. I have a thought here. Wait a second. Yes, it's a thought. So, vast majority of Jan 6ers, the vast majority were trespassers. The vast majority of people went in taking pictures in the rotunda and just kind of. By the way, they were such crazy rioters that they honored the velvet ropes in the rotunda, just walking through, looking at, taking pictures. And there were such asses that did certain things that were stupid and should be prosecuted for that. Sure. But if just simply trespassing gets you locked up for years without due process in some cases, why aren't all of the people that have trespassed into this country over the past 4 years and been given everything, the keys to the castle, why isn't it okay to ring them up? It's not whataboutsmanship. It just isn't. It is just an unbelievable level of hypocrisy. It is a mountainous level of hypocrisy. But I hope these guys, they sue the bejesus out of everyone. But Mike, those are taxpayer dollars. Good. That's where I want my taxpayer dollars. Good. Making this right. Sure. Go. Rock on. I'd sure as hell have my taxpayer dollars going to pay out Jan 6 class action lawsuits than going to Ukraine. Tell you that much. Stays right here, stays in our economy. It's better than going to migrants. Pay them out. And there's a handful of them, too, that were just in solitary for years and years. Oh, y'all about to be balling. Balling. Yes. Yes, stop making sense. Yes. I asked Jay Inslee that question. You asked Jay Inslee what question? Jay Inslee. You knew Jay Inslee? The governor? All right. Figure that out. I want to hear more about that. Interesting. That is a lot of cheddar. Hey, 50 bill. But no, it's not. You think about it. How many billions do we send to Ukraine? Good. 50 billion to the Jan 6ers, and they spend it here in America, and God bless America. Yeah, hell yeah, let's go. Woo! Economy great again, I'll tell you that. Let's talk about hypocrisy just for a moment. Let's just kind of stick with it. Senator Van Hollen is trying to get this Kilmar Garcia, trying to get him brought back home, which is funny because he's going to get brought back home and immediately deported by court order. So here was a tweet that just didn't age well from him. Yeah. Shame on President Trump for tearing apart hardworking immigrant families. We should be focused on MS-13, not scholarship winners. From 2017. Isn't that hot? God, I love Twitter. God, Twitter's like C-SPAN. Like you can't hide from any of that. C-SPAN's got everything. C-SPAN has every word said by a congressman or woman, senator, ever. Oh my gosh. MSN 13. Yeah, that too. Yeah, Jan 6 protest without due process. Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's start with Adam Schiff. Jamie Raskin. I don't care about that little. Who's that little worm Kinzinger? Ugh. That guy's fine. I mean, he's just a soy boy. It's all he is. I'm a military veteran. Don't care. You're a soy boy. Don't care. I know. I saw you, Derek. I got you. It was 6 adjacent. It's right there, pal. It's right there. Let's keep on the hypocrisy stuff. We'll get back to the MS-13 bozo in a minute here. But if y'all don't see this, here's a podcast that had, hey, look, Liz Warren on it. And this kid actually wrecks her, asking why the hell she did not, or why she covered up Joe Biden's decline. Oh, listen to this.
Believed to be true. And you think he was as sharp as you?
I said
Did you
I
see
had
that?
not
She
seen
tried to
decline.
hold back a
Do
laugh.
you regret saying that President Biden had a mental acuity? He had a sharpness to him. You said that up until July of last year.
Yeah.
I said what I believe to be true.
Liar.
And you think he was as sharp as you?
Watch, she tries to laugh. Look.
I said I had not seen decline.
She is evil. She is pure evil. This woman is sick. Sick in the head. Ah! I've given my kids that same look.
I had not seen decline.
Watch, guys. How many times have you given your kid that look like? Dude, come on. Really? Wow. Holy, look at this. Here it goes on.
And I hadn't at that point.
You did not see any decline from 2024 Joe Biden to 2021 Joe Biden?
Not when I said that. You know,
Liar.
The thing is,
if she turns this to Trump, I can't wait.
Look, he was sharp.
No, he wasn't.
He was on his feet. I saw him.
What? Because he stood up? He was on his feet?
Live event. I had meetings with him a couple of times.
Senator, on his feet is not praise. He can speak.
He was upright. Well, I saw him. He was vertical. Yeah. Yeah, he can run the country. I saw him. Did you see him the other day? I saw him shuffle down the hallway. He was standing up. Nobody was holding him in and everything. See that? I saw him the other day. That dude, he was standing up. Oh, my God. This is too funny.
In sentences is not praise.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Look.
You lied.
It is.
You're still lying.
The question is, what are we going to do now?
No, the question was, why did you cover this up, you witch? That's the question.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell this is a Democrat podcast. You go, okay, well, sure, yeah. That's the question. What are we going to do next? Yeah. Not what. That's like all the truth coming out about the COVID vax and the cover up and the origin and then all of the government shenanigans and all the crime and theft and fraud and waste, and then say, okay. The question is, what are we gonna do next? God, that's awesome. I'm glad my kids do not listen to this program, because if my kids learned, if they mess up, totally screw up, all they have to do is look at me and say, okay, Dad, I get it. Dad, I get it. I get it. The question is, what do we do next? I don't know if they come at me with that if I praise them for watching Dad's show or I ground them. I don't know. We'll decide. Yes. Mm-hmm. Congress critters. I like that. Advocating MS-13 gangsters made to meet with the... Oh, yeah. We'll get to that, guys. Jose Cuto's just an office drawer somewhere. Cherokee Nation citizen. Yeah, you know, that's right. That's why I have that right here. I got this right here. Got some pens. I got a thing. Oh, I must not be in my desk anymore. I do have a beautiful firearm in here, though. God, I love that damn thing. Really, really love my desk gun. You should have a desk gun, a truck gun, a carry gun, and a barbecue gun. Barbecue guns are always good at barbecue guns. Tequila Jim taught me that. Yeah, you always have a barbecue gun. Because barbecue guns are like your dress gun. And he's got some that look like he took them from like El Chapo. I'm like, God, dude, seriously. Like, I just carry my Glock sometimes, and he's just like, dude, I got to get you a nice. And he got me a nice leather holster for that. Yeah. Desk pop. I like that. According to the current felon and not the previous. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. You do a desk pop yet? I've not done a desk pop yet. No, it's holstered. I would show it to you right now, but I don't think I can. I don't know. These social media companies are so sensitive right now. Like, he showed a firearm on our live. It's a live stream. Showed a firearm. I don't know what you're talking about, a desk pop. You know what I'm saying? It could mean a couple of things. It could, but this is family program. Again. It is a 6-hour P365 in green. Pretty. Just pretty. Let's get to Tesla. And a couple things that were pretty funny today. Let's make sure that I got this queued up here, because of course we always have to have things done. What the living hell just happened to my? There we go. All right, here are the latest ass wipes. Here we go. No, I mean literally no Department of Government Efficiency. That's their spray. No Department of Government Efficiency. The level of idiocy is fantastic. Here we go. This is on a Tesla dealership. No unelected, what? Nice pink hair, bro. It's always the hair. Always no unelected somethings. Yeah, you gotta shake it a little bit. Shake it, shake it, shake it. No elected what? I don't even know what I'm saying. We do not consent. Oh! F Doge, F Doge. Or FF Doge Doge. FF Doge Doge. Really? Really? That's what FF Doge Doge. You guys are idiots. This should be treated as a crime. It's not. Speaking of firearms, my hubs is taking me to the range for my birthday next week. Yay! Nice. Nice. You guys gonna do Ben Avery or do an indoor range? I'm not a fan of the indoor ranges. I like Ben Avery. I go super early in the morning, so it's not too scorching hot. And it's just, I like the outdoor vibe. That's just it. Yeah. Anyway, just so we're very clear what happened to the dude in the pink hair, I think we're going to start seeing these Tesla vandals get out of the way. Let's see. I believe it's right here. Yep. Hey, dude, you can stop that now. You're under arrest. It's always with the hair. Why do they all color their hair? I just don't understand it. Why?
I'm your police liaison. Call me Wolf. Any questions you have, I'm right here to answer for you.
I'm your police liaison. Call me Wolf. I'm here to answer any questions that what the bleep did this guy just say?
Liaison, call me Wolf. Any questions you have, I'm right here to answer for you. Non-violent action.
Why are you being arrested? Why are you
Because people do not consent to unelected fascists. And this is Earth Day. Earth Day started with direct action. This is what it's about.
Back up.
Taking action because we don't consent, and we have power when we don't consent.
No, you don't.
Move
You're
out.
getting
Guys!
Look at that.
Happily said that.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Is this enough?
Great. Bye-bye. Enjoy. Vandalism is not nonviolent protest, guys. So we're very clear.
Yes, you do. If I told you to come to the
Yeah, you maroons. Look at
Guys,
that.
use the sidewalk, please. Use the sidewalk. Use the sidewalk. So use the sidewalk.
Yeah,
It's
sir.
not safe.
Yeah, dude, listen to the cop, bro. Don't be an ass. God. Yeah, that's it's going to get. There was a guy that worked for Minnesota, I believe, Minnesota DHS. He was an analyst. He's been recorded over a dozen times vandalizing Teslas because they all have cameras on them, and these are the same asshat that didn't wear a mask or anything like that. Has his face on all of these things. And he was arrested. This is felony vandalism. Guess what? He was released without being charged. He caused $22,000 in damage to Teslas. He's not being charged because he's a Minnesota, basically a Minnesota employee. And I don't think it's going to be shocking to see that this is the judge that let him go. This guy, girl, they judged them. They let this guy go. Vandalized $22,000 to $24,000 in damage, and that guy gets to get off with a misdemeanor and just released. Doesn't have to pay the people back. Doesn't have to do that. Nope. Just has to do that. That's a handsome woman. Her last name is Moriarty, which I'm like, as I'm a Sherlock Holmes guy, I'm like, okay, this makes every kind of sense. She is the villain. Yep. Yeah, I want, but we're not going to see anything. Like Derek, I'm down with that. Well, what Pam Bondi's going to do something? Cash Patel? They've done nothing. Sorry, guys. They've done nothing they said they were going to do. They've given us nothing. Throw me something. Throw me a bone. Yeah. Your brother's last name is Moriarty. That is sick. I think it's a cool name, but if you guys haven't seen the BBC Sherlock Holmes, please watch it. Holy. With Dr. Strange in it. What's his name? Yeah, that guy. Fantastic. The guy that plays Moriarty. Damn. Cumberbatch. There you go, Cumberbatch. Before everybody's trying to spell Cumberbatch properly. Yes, him. But please watch that. If you guys have, it's a modern version of Sherlock Holmes, and it is fantastic. It's every kind of fantastic. I enjoy it quite a bit. So please watch it. I will play you a scene from that maybe on Friday or something. We'll do that. I think where I heard the name. Yeah, that show was fantastic, right? Wasn't it? He's like, kill you later. No, you won't. That scene at the pool, Rhonda, the public pool with the bomb and all that. Yeah, Watson's played by the dude from Lord of the Rings. Great. Benedict. See, there you go. It's like Cumbernuts. I know I won't be here this Friday, so maybe I'll play it on Thursday. Mm-hmm. For those of you that aren't in the know, Bilbo Baggins, that's correct. Well, not Bilbo. Was it Bilbo Baggins? Yeah, anyway. The Friday show will either be pre-recorded or just not existent because I will be climbing down the Grand Canyon. I'll be heading out to Havasupai Falls and camping for 3 nights and making life happen. That's just kind of what we do. So might put a best of together. We will figure it out. But you guys are always, even when we do the best ofs, you guys are always a part of that because, we're always talking every day. Got to play more. Yeah, you did an excellent job. Oh, it's just a fantastic job. Yeah. But that scene at the pool, he did that. He read that as his audition. They're like, dude, you're done. You're in. You're good. He's got the same ass can. Yeah, see, you're darn right. Yep. The ass got an ass to carry my load down the canyon. You're damn right. Hey, good guy with a great show. But I got to go deal with medical issues in the doctor. All right, Lynn. All right, guys. Give Lynn some love. Lynn's at the damn doctor again. Doggone it, buddy. Can I give you some? Let's wrap this show with some good news. Oh, actually, let's talk about this MS-13 gang banging POS. The term due process is basically this guy's name. It's not Maryland Man anymore. Nobody's talking about Maryland Man. Maryland Man. Everything's due process. He has not had due process. Yeah, he has. Had 2 judges say, dude, you're an MS-13 gang member. You're going to be deported. You have deportation orders. His wife arrested him for punching him twice that she has video of. And he was busted in a gang sweep with high-ranking MS-13 members. And this is, let's see, I can only speak for myself, but I do miss the daily decompression session. I agreed, and I appreciate you reminding me of that. I will see what I can do. Yes, have to find something like that. Yeah. I think it's good. That's good. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Anyway, all of the grandstanding that's going around this idiot, this wife-beating piece of gang-banging garbage. He's not even CSENT anymore. He's not even in the Supermax prison down there. He's in custody, but he's not. He's an El Salvador citizen, and he's a criminal, so he's in jail. Then with these extradition orders, he actually had not. Actually, I apologize. The U.S. the yeet orders that he has. This is not the illegal gang member you're looking for. Well played, Trump. The second he gets back, he has to be gone. Bye. You have extradition or what is it? Yeah. Does it do? Yeah, deportation orders. Doggone it. There you go. Deportation orders. So we have idiots like this.
Congresswoman
There she is.
Dexter here, coming to you from El Salvador. I flew here last
Coming to you live from El Salvador. God, grandstanding piece of about never mind.
night with 3 of my colleagues to demand
From Arizona, by
that
the way.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia be released. He is being held in violation of a Supreme Court order expressly telling the Trump administration to
Kim?
effectuate and facilitate.
Then sue the Trump administration and take it up to the Supreme Court again. See what happens. That was the Biden way, wasn't it? Nah, we're not going to do that. I know he said that Supreme Court. We're not going to do that. And then the Supreme Court said, no, you really got to do it. Like, okay, maybe. We'll think about it.
His coming home. That is being ignored. This is not just a threat to all people in the United States who could be illegally abducted, detained, and transported
fear-mongering.
internationally
Fantastic.
against their will. But it is a fact that our president does not recognize the branches of government and the balances of power. This is what we all have been calling a constitutional crisis, yet it is more severe than anything we've seen. We cannot stay silent. We must stay loud.
Keep doing it. Pretty please. I hope this guy keeps doing this. I hope he just keeps doing it over and over again. I hope that he stays down there in El Salvador until the next election.
I am here because I refuse to wait for something to happen.
Yeah.
We are here to release Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
I'm glad you remembered his name. I do the same thing. I slow the cadence down when I forget the name. The dude's name is Kilmar. For the love of God. It's Kilmar. It's like that Pope that Cardinal that might be the Pope. Yeah. Pizza Balla. Not going to forget pizza. Oh, look at this guy still back. I don't want to talk about that guy anymore. I love it. Again, let's let this happen. By the way, his wife is cashing the hell in. She's got 2 different GoFundMe, and then, Duck, Seek, Go, or whatever the hell it's called. And you see all the pictures of him holding her, and she puts hearts over his MS-13 finger tattoos. Yeah. Yeah. So the dude's a MS-13 gang member, and his wife is cashing in on all of this. So I was amazed that the Democrats are always concerned when the Republicans ignore a court order. For real. Yeah. Like I said, that Democrat that that vandalized 12 Teslas, $24,000 in damage. Gone. Misdemeanor. You don't have to pay it back. It's all good. So don't do that again. This guy needs to come home. Yep. But actually, the kid that got stabbed, at least his family, the kid got stabbed to death at that high school track meet. At least he was, at least their families, somebody started a GoFundMe for them. But yeah, you're right. Up is down. Cats and dogs living together. That's what we got going on. His wife's taking it. Yeah, right. It's a good culture. I mean, why is the wife not taking a trip down? Why isn't she not going down with with all the congressmen and women on the taxpayer dime, by the way? Yeah. Nope. She was here in the United States screaming bloody murder, and that's why he was arrested. One of the reasons why he's arrested. The other one was he was in a human smuggling ring with MS-13 gang members. Yeah. Austin, thank you. I should remember that. Austin in Texas. That makes sense. Let's celebrate something before we get the hell up out of here. I want to celebrate the new media getting a seat at the table in the White House press briefing room. You might know this guy. His name's Tim Pool. He's got the Timcast. Is that Timcast? I believe I wrote that down. Yes, Timcast. He wears the same thing every day, and he showed up to the press pool wearing his same, basically his look. And he asked this question. I absolutely love the reporters, the legacy media reporters in the room. Their heads are exploding. Listen to this.
Represented in this room.
Hey, this could actually be a decompression session right here, Rhonda. So check this. This is good.
Step on false narratives such
Okay, here we go. Starting here.
Many
He's
of
the
these
guy in the right,
organizations
very
that are
right corner.
represented in this room
Right side.
have marched in lockstep on false narratives, such as the Very Fine People hoax, the Covington smear, and now what's being called the Maryland Man hoax, where an MS-13 gang member adjudicated by 2 different judges, I believe, is just simply being referred to as a Maryland Man over and over again. Now, in an effort from the White House to expand access to new companies, you've created this new media seat. So I'm wondering if you can comment on, following this expansion, you've had numerous outlets disparage the companies that you've had sit here, as well as the reporters. I'm wondering if you could comment on that unprofessional behavior, as well as elaborate if there's any plans to expand access to new companies.
Sure. Yeah. That is gangsta. That is okay. He's over there on the far right. You see him? He's wearing a black beanie and his unzipped hoodie. That's what he wears every day on his podcast. It's an excellent podcast. But he just basically slapped every legacy media person in that room and threw a giant softball, a watermelon-sized softball, up to the press secretary.
Sure. Well, we certainly welcome diverse viewpoints in this room, which is one of the reasons we have you in here, and there's many new faces in this room in comparison to the previous administrations. We want to welcome all viewpoints into this room. We welcome unbiased journalists who really care about the truth and the facts and the accuracy, and you rightfully pointed out the Maryland Man story, which I, from this podium, when The Atlantic published it, on that very first day, I came to this podium and...
Could you imagine KJP trying to do this? Literally the worst. Scaramucci, for the 2 days that he was the press secretary, is a better press secretary than every day of KJP's reign.
Said, this is wrong. The press in this room have this story wrong, and we have seen more and more evidence come to the table that we have had all along. We were always right. The president was always on the right side of this issue to deport this illegal criminal from our community.
Yep.
And it is despicable to see the media continue to refer to this individual as someone who is just a peaceful man living his life in Maryland. This was and always has been an illegal criminal, an MS-13 gang member, and a designated foreign terrorist, and the administration maintains our position to deport these individuals from our community. So thank you for being here, Tim. It's great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you, Tim. Thanks for the softball, pal. High five. Maybe we should see if we get a Go Show seat, a Go Show or an aaaaand seat over there. What do you think? I'd make some calls. I just want to ask one question. It'll be probably inappropriate. Probably won't be asked back. But I'd like to ask one question in the White House press briefing. So anyway, guys, let's do this again mañana, and let's just keep on keeping on through a great week here. Hope you guys having a great rest of your Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. We'll see you Wednesday.